We'll get to chat and stuff shortly, and all your questions, keep them coming in. Plenty of stuff going on this week, plenty of things to talk about and all that sort of stuff. Bizarrely, StreamYard thinks there's only one person watching right now, but
I just saw that.
Clearly a few more than that, hopefully. So great to have you all with us. So Mr. Drew, I even know what you've been doing. So but what have you been up to this week?
Well, we had a gig on Saturday. That was a lot of fun.
First actual gig, wasn't it? Together.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun, actually. I was a little bit worried about it because it was. Well, should we talk about that first, or should we talk about?
Get in. Okay. Yeah, totally.
So I was a little bit worried because it was a scratch band or a band put together. No one knows each other apart from me and James knew each other. No one else knew each other or done a gig. And I always find those sort of gigs a little bit fly by the seat of your pants because it was a wedding. Okay, so the wedding couple had spent a lot of money.
A lot of money
and a lot of money on hiring a band.
That hadn't met until we got there.
And that's the thing. I think if I was that wedding couple, even being a musician myself, I still think I'd have been a bit upset. Like, really, you guys, you've never played together. But that's quite a lot of trust, isn't it? So no, but it was good, wasn't it? It was.
I think we more than pulled it off. I've played worse with bands that I've played with.
Yeah.
And people I knew. You know, I've definitely done worse gigs with existing bands.
Yeah. Yeah. I've done. Yeah.
It was a fairly standard function set. Keys, bass, drum.
I don't know. I think there was a couple of out there ones.
Was there? Okay.
I think so. I think I've never played Smells Like Teen Spirit especially at a wedding. Especially with keyboards in it. That was a bit odd. Apart from that, I think it's like he's playing a piano for that as well.
There was nothing else really bizarre, I don't think. No, I thought it was a really good gig. I really enjoyed it, having not played a wedding for 6 years.
Wow.
It was great. It was nice to, and it was nice to be able to play full out as well, you know, because it was a marquee in someone's garden. We didn't mic up the drums or anything like that, so it was like, right, we'd put a kick drum mic in, so I was actually able to lay into it and play.
Yep.
Without being told, oh, it's too loud.
Yeah, no, that is true. That is true. And it was the Axe-Effects' first outing as a, and also I used this, which we're giving away. We're doing a video on tomorrow, which we're giving away. I used that. Don't worry, I didn't use those headphones. I didn't use the headphones that it came with. That would be a bit unhygienic. I used my own. But yeah, just in case anyone's missed this, we're giving this away as a giveaway, and it is awesome.
I know who's going to miss it the most. You.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to miss that. I thought that was brilliant, actually, and the little setup that I did with the taking a mix out of the desk, going into the Axe-Effects, and then running the mixing inside the Axe-Effects into that. It was great.
Really, really good. Good solution.
Yeah, I really liked it, and I was quite pleased with the Axe-Effects. I was really pleased with the Sir, the Sir Pete Thorne. I think that probably is my gigging guitar.
Yeah, it's a great guitar. I think the band were really good. The bass player was, you know, doing what bass players should do. The female vocalist was great. The keyboard player, I would say, if I'm being honest, was the weaker link of the band, but far from bad. I
don't think he was weak. I just don't think I think he could have learned some of the parts, some of the correct parts.
Yes, that's probably a good point. But vocally, you know, for four vocalists who had never met before, the harmonies were really on point. You know, I was like, wow, this sounds like we've done this before.
yeah, no, it's great. I really enjoyed it and would be well up for doing more of that sort of business.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
And we got paid to have a good time. Amazing.
Yeah, well, I haven't been paid yet, but
me neither, but you know what I mean.
Okay. Yeah, so what about yourself? Oh, actually, now hold on. There's some more things we've got to talk about. If you're still asking about what I did. Yeah, so I tried to do a video, came back. I came back on Sunday morning. I decided to stay over. And came back Sunday morning. Monday, got back into the studio to do a video that I've been planning on ages. Didn't work. I couldn't do it. Tuesday, exactly the same. Managed to finish it today. So
It's
video's
funny.
coming out
You know what?
tomorrow.
I've had one of those weeks as well where I'm like, oh, I just can't be bothered.
Is it? Do you think it's just like being knackered from a gig?
No, do you know what? I think, and we haven't mentioned this, but obviously, there was some fairly heavy news last week.
Could be that as well.
I think it's that. I think what could well be that. You know, I think it's been very weird because we've got royal residences relatively locally. There's been a real somber mood. It's been very quiet. People have been out and about, but it's been really quiet. The town has actually physically been quiet. It's been bizarre. Been a bizarre week. So yes, of all the what's the word? Of all the oh, what's it called when you put your person as deceased in the paper? What's it called? A obituary. Of all the obituaries we've done this year, I think she's probably the most famous. So
oh yeah, without a doubt, yeah.
I did see a rather nice thing that if it was faked, I quite liked it. The plane, the aircraft that Her Majesty's coffin was brought down, was brought across to the UK from Northern Ireland. Sorry, to England from Northern Ireland. Get in trouble for my political incorrectness there.
Northern Ireland.
Yes, because it was in. It's been somewhere else. Anyway, wherever it's been. I know it's been Scotland, hasn't it? Scotland, sorry. They've been in Northern Ireland, but it's very confusing. It had if you turned the the registration number of the plane upside down, it came out as Liz.
Oh really? Oh yeah. Nice, yeah.
So someone in the RAF clearly has a sense of humour.
Nice.
But yeah, I've had one of those weeks. I haven't got a great deal done. I've finally got around to writing some scripts this week for some work that I've had to do. I haven't been particularly enamoured by doing anything really. Did finally get the screeding has been done and the studio floor.
Nice.
Which is good. So we're, the height of the floor height has now come up about that much.
Wow. Is it that deep, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
70mm screed, 70mm insulation.
Need to get a cat in there, mate, to put some little footprints, little annoying footprints.
It's well dry now.
Nice. Well dry.
So Tuesday, it would have been Monday, but obviously there's a little event going on. So Tuesday,
it's like a public holiday on Monday, isn't it?
Yes.
Do they call it a holiday, or do they call it
bank holiday? Yeah. Schools are closed, all the normal stuff. So yeah. Yeah, all is good. Should we jump into Tuesday as well? Yesterday, I went down to sunny Bath to collect.
James has been making some purchases.
My auction-winning goodies.
We'll talk about them. Let's talk about them in a minute. Let's do some commentaries.
We should, of course, start with.
Ned Amido, thanks, mate. He said, "Evening. Yesterday, I had my first rehearsal with the musicians I found. Feels great playing together and working out ideas. Hope you're all well. And you, mate. Oh, that's awesome news.
It is awesome news. And do you know what? After Saturday night, I totally know how he feels. Playing together was good. It was really good.
Yeah, it was.
Backing tracks. Oh, yes.
Backing tracks that's the devil's work. That is.
Mm-hmm.
Bogeyman says, "Hello, peeps."
And he said,
"How did it go?" I think that he probably asked that before we covered all that.
He did, yeah.
Thomas Johnson, greetings all. It's a pleasant morning, 5 a.m. in Brisbane. Oh, that sounds nice. You see, you're lucky. You've got summer coming. We've got. K. Michael P says, "Howdy, folks. I'm sure glad to see all is alive."
It is. The hills up. They are alive with the sound. Yes.
Mississippi Blues, evening all. Evening. Pet says, I sure was glad to wake up today. Never a guarantee, is it? Anyway, hello all. It is. Chris Williams says, "Evening, gents." Evening, Chris. Phil says, "Evening all." Evening, Phil. He's got a nice one. Go back. You brush it. I like looking at the pictures.
I'll put money on that's not his.
Series? Is that a G series? How geeky are we? This is all wrong, isn't it?
No, it looks like a Neve.
That's not a Neve, mate.
It looks like a new Neve.
Oh yeah, it does look like a Neve, doesn't it?
It could be a newer Neve. Phil, let us know.
Yeah, let us know what that is. Bruce Brooks says, "Hey guys, first, the Queen is dead. Long live the King." Absolutely. Second, I'm officially an old man. I'm 70 years young today. Oh, happy birthday, Bruce.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Yeah, nice one.
Yes, we are now under the reign of King Charles III. Just for anyone who didn't know. Here's something that I knew, but they mentioned it actually today on BBC News. Did you know that at events like the London Marathon, for example, where the Queen and Prince Charles and any other royals were present, if the Queen is there, she is entitled to the full rendition of God Save the Queen. As in,
yeah, we got it.
If another member of the royal party is there, they are only entitled to the first 6 bars.
Oh, really?
That's all they're entitled to, because the Queen or the head of state trumps all the other royals. Now, King Charles can now have the whole thing.
You can have his. I like Charlie. I think he's. Well, anyway, let's talk.
I think he was over spitting image eyes, wasn't he? Let's face it.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, bless him. Chemical P. Pet not promised today, much less tomorrow. There you go.
All right.
Thomas says, Bruce Brooks, happy birthday, Bruce. Hope you've had a great day. Yes, absolutely. Congratulations, Bruce.
His is only just starting.
Yeah. No, Bruce is not. Bruce is in New York, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh, okay. So halfway through.
No, they're ahead, aren't they?
5 hours behind. No, sorry. Yes, sorry. No, they're 5 hours behind.
Are they behind? Oh, okay. Of course they are. Yes, you're right. Yes. Yes, you are. You're right. Yeah.
You made me think then.
Sorry. Yeah. Nice one. Happy birthday to you a month ago, K. Michael P. Paul Fierro says, I'm no longer Paul in Torquay. I'm Paul in Peterborough. Good to be tuning back in. Nice to have you back, Paul. What port has he got? He's got a nice Les Paul there.
We were up the road from you on Saturday night in Stamford, and I in Stamford again on Saturday night again, which is bizarre.
Nice. It's a nice part of the world, Stamford. I went up to I've been there once before, but I went up to because I got there a little bit earlier. I decided to go and visit Rutland Water, and that is absolutely stunning.
Very pretty. Very, very
so
pretty.
Nice up there.
Yes.
Mr. McQuillan is in the house. It's a good evening all. I hope life's treating you well. We've got to do the
zing.
I've got mine sort of bagged up there. So anyone that doesn't know, I'd say that I'm sure everyone knows now. Anyone that hasn't tried any of David's plectrums, go and try them out. They are awesome. All right, here we go. By the way, Highland Plectrum Company.
Yes, on Reverb.
On Reverb. Go and check them out. Brilliant. Thomas Nonson says, does the in-ear monitoring giveaway include postage to Brisbane? God, I think
you'll have to enter, and if you win, we'll cover it.
Of course, yeah. It's gonna have to be. It's literally gonna have to be, because I can't see. Actually,
we're not that. We haven't got that system in place where we can. What's the word?
The only thing that I'm worried about
is
power adapter. But yes, no, it's worldwide. It's going to be a worldwide competition, Thomas. So, So yes, don't worry. Yes, if you win, it will be sent. I hope I don't have to pay for this. How much does that cost?
Some money, not that much.
Okay.
All I can say is, but however, if you are in a country where there is an import duty or an import tax, we will not be covering that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we might need to. Yeah, let's say that tomorrow.
Yeah,
we'll do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Jonathan McCulloch says, "Hey guys, I'm about to drop the deposit on the Yellow Huff Tyler guitar. Wow, over 6K to the UK. Please take a look at the guitar. And have you got 11-inch radius neck you can show? Cheers, muchachos. Okay, what's the yellow Huff Tyler? I mean, I know Tyler guitars.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing that's the Dan Huff. Let's have a quick look.
I'm guessing.
It is. Look, it's a Wildwood. They're doing Wildwood. Let's have a butcher's.
Share it. Share it.
Okay, right. Now, can we be completely honest about all this stuff? I don't want to offend anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I've got opinions about Tyler guitars.
Mm-hmm.
So let's hold on. Where are we? Share screens. Entire screen. Okay, here we go. There is.
That's lovely. There is only one thing wrong with that guitar, in my opinion.
Go on.
That ridiculous headstock.
Okay, so that's the thing that I'm not so keen on with Tyler guitars, James Tyler guitars. But let's not get this. Let's be honest. So Tyler guitars are absolutely fantastic guitars, built like proper sort of master.
Beautiful, yeah,
absolutely fantastic. You're right. I think that's the thing that bothers me with the Tyler guitars is the.
I'm not a fan.
No, and I've never been a fan of the headstock. It's a bit weird. It's almost like like when you get I don't know if you've ever seen them. Like you could buy guitar kits,
and
they're completely unfinished, as in like the head is a bit of a block.
Yeah.
And then you can shape the headstock to whatever you want. It almost feels a little bit like that, like someone's gone, okay, what can we do with this? Oh, that'll do.
The only thing for me is if I'm dropping that sort of money on a guitar, and that's not an insignificant amount of cash.
No.
Is I'm not sure I want to be quite so in your face about it. I think I'd want a bit more kind of a nice gentle signature, rather than Tyler. It's a bit. Bleh.
It is a little bit too much. Yeah, it's very. Yes. The only and the other thing I don't like, I do not want Dan Huff's signature on the guitar. As fantastic a guitar player as he is, I don't want that.
It doesn't bother me as much, I have to admit.
Doesn't it? It's almost like but it looks like you've gone to a gig. It looks like you've gone to
you're probably paying quite a lot of money for that signature on there.
Yeah, without a doubt. It looks like you've gone to a gig.
Yeah.
What was the band that Dan Huff was in with his brother? Let us know in the comments. It was like an 80s rock band. I mean, he's a sort of Nashville session guy, but it looks like you went to a gig and gone, oh, Dan, sign my guitar for me. I think it would have been all right to do it on the back.
I think on the back of it would have been all right,
but let's not get let's not say I'm very jealous, mate. I think that's an awesome guitar, and you are going to have a lovely time with that.
Yes, indeed.
Very jealous. Very nice.
Very. Right.
Coming back off. I hope I haven't said anything that's offensive. I didn't mean anything offensive. It's going to be an amazing guitar.
Moving on.
Good day, guys, from Brisbane, Australia. Good day, Stephen. Thomas Ross. Oh, he's got a Shergold there, hasn't he? What's that? An old Shergold? Is that an old one?
Shergold. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it looks like.
Hi, James and Paul. Hi, Thomas. Shep Shepherd in the house. Evening all. Evening, Shep. Paul says, John, I love Tyler guitars. Congratulations, man. Yeah. I'd really like a Tyler. Maybe I should look at one. No, but another one I'd get. I wouldn't get one with the Floyd Rose.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't. He does. Have you ever seen the dipped ones? He does.
No.
Let me just show you. I've got to do it.
Dipped, as in dipped finish.
It's like a dipped. Yeah.
When you found it.
Let me have a quick look. Images. Let me just have a quick butchers. There we go. There's one. Let's get that out. Here we go. Right. Go on.
Oh, I quite like that.
Yeah, I know you would. That's you all over. That is. Go on. this. Yeah. It's just it's a bit too much. But that for me, no, go away.
They want your money. They want your money. Down a bit.
Hold on.
Down a bit.
Huh?
Oh.
With decorator. Decorator, is that spelled decorator? If you're you go. I love that. Do you ever go on guitar?
Yeah.
And they say things like, "Is there anything I can help you with today?" And it's just I like having a bit of fun. But yeah, I don't like that.
I often use the one. I'm having a difficult third day. I'm having a difficult one.
But I mean, what do you think? Do you like that?
I like that.
He does some really nice.
That one's nice. That bluey greeny one.
Yeah. What one? That one.
Down a bit. Down a bit. Down a bit. Down. Stop.
That one.
Yeah.
The butchers.
Oh, I like that a lot.
Yeah, this is what, so you can get two. There's two grades of.
Oh
no, mate, you're wrong. No,
I don't think it should be with that pit guard. That pit guard and that finish are too busy.
Oof, that's too busy, isn't it? So they do two different levels. They do the Made in America ones.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hello, and they do and they've got a now Japanese side of the company, which are still extortionate. They're still like $3,000. You go and buy one, but yeah, they're great. I mean, great guitars. You're gonna have a lovely time with one of them.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, that's a nice 54. Look at that.
It is.
So I'd like an old 54 style one. MC Corcus says, Oxbox with your favorite amp or Fractal with everything. That's a really good question.
Favorite amp and Ox.
Oh man,
every time because I haven't got a Fractal.
I'd probably go for the Fractal, to be honest, the way I'm feeling at the moment. And I thought the Fractal thing I thought the honeymoon period would wear off, but it hasn't. It's brilliant.
It did sound really good the other night.
It's great. It's crystal clear. It's no bother. Just does what it says on the tin.
And you had your whole rack. You had the whole rig in a 4U rack.
Yeah. It's just like that. Take that to the gig with your in-ears. Bosh. Easy job.
Yeah. Very nice.
Condolences for the Queen. Thanks,
indeed.
mate. Yes, absolutely, indeed. Glenn, oh, that's nice, isn't it? Look at that. It's got a mastery bridge on that. I like that. Glenn, I do like that guitar. That is nice. Glenn says, good evening, James and Paul. Can't wait to see the finished product of the studio. Paul, do you find it hard to plug into your amps now that you have the Axe FX3? It sounds amazing. Yeah, to be honest, I really do. I did plug into the Matchless the other day for something. I can't remember what it was. But yeah, no. I did the Axe FX goes on all the time now. It's just permanently on, and it's great. I can't. The thing is, I need to do a video where, and I feel almost a little bit hypocritical because I think I was so like, no, I'm just going down the amp. I'm going amp. That's the way I'm doing it, and that was like last year or maybe earlier this year. And
6 weeks ago, mate.
yeah, because we were a little bit disillusioned with modelling, weren't we? I think you know, you and
the
me
Quad
both.
Cortex certainly didn't do me any favors on the modelling front.
Yeah, but I think that's probably improved now. I think the Quad Cortex it's working now.
I just think the Quad Cortex was aiming at one type of guitar player.
That is true. That's really true.
You know, there's a reason I still use my 11 rack. It's because it's not all just about it's about all styles of guitar.
Sure.
Now, you know, the tones that you were getting out of the Fractal sounded great the other night.
And I took a pedal along. I took one of Mason's pedals, one of Mason's
Vertex effects. Is that the
Thank
word?
you. Vertex, yeah. Mason, I took the Ultra Phoenix. It's on my pedal board. Yeah, I took the Ultra Phoenix on the board because it's I wanted that sort of smooth Dumble style tone for some of the lead patches, and it worked great with it. It was just such a great. It was just like there was nothing about the sound. I think that I would have gone, oh, I wish it was a little bit more like that. It was just like, that sounds great. That's ideal sound for me.
Yeah, it sounded really good. Really good.
Where are we?
There.
Just had a look at the Dan Huff Tyler, Jonathan. It's totally sick, man. Well done. Yes, it is going to be nice. Very rich, says Stephen Anthony Dago Lordies. That's a new name.
It is.
Hi, Steve. Welcome, Stephen. David says, hello, mates. I was thinking you guys need to make some backing tracks. This is true.
I can do that. All of these things are being stocked up here for when I've got the studio, for when, once I'm up and running.
Yeah. I think that would be nice. I think there's a new Boss product coming out that I've got to do some track work with, I think. Maybe we'll talk about that later, whatever. But yes. He's making me sick now. That's not fair, is it? Mahalos from Hawaii. Oh,
lovely.
That sounds nice, doesn't it? Have you seen that? Talking about Hawaii, have you seen that that Netflix documentary on that American football player? That was, oh god, it's brilliant. It's basically is it called
O.J. Simpson?
No. He was Hawaiian, or one of the Hawaiian islands.
Most people would then.
Teo something. Anyway, it's really interesting. You should go and watch it. It's really good.
Most people would then say, "Oh, you mean Dwayne the Rock Johnson? He's not from Hawaii. He's Samoan."
Was he a football player? He wasn't a football player, was he?
No, he was a wrestler.
He should have been a football player. He wasn't. Yeah. Beastie.
Big lad.
I don't think we did. Alec. Back. Alex says, evening all, James and Paul. Hi, Alec. How you doing, mate? War Without Tribes. Hi, everyone. Just sitting, messing with a pod go tonight. Nice one. Sounding pretty good now. I've boosted the global EQ a bit. Hope everyone is doing well. Love the second part of the studio build, James. Nice one.
It's starting to feel like a space now. It's starting to feel like a room. Paul will actually get to see it for the first time tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm excited about that, actually. James can tell me all about the mass of his brickwork
and the concrete and yada. So when he's going home, what I'm going to do is I'm going to record it. So when he gets home, if he's having trouble sleeping, I can send him off.
Please, yeah, that'll do it nicely. Yeah, I'd like to try the old Podgo War Without Tribes. Jonathan says, guys, you're welcome to come up and review the Huff Tyler in 2023 when it arrives. Does it take that long? Do you have to?
I'm guessing so.
Why don't you just order one from
Guitar? I've got them by the looks of it.
No, Guitar I haven't got them. Order one. No, order the one from Wildwood. Yeah, well, yeah, it's in the States, but you're gonna have to order it from the States anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's gonna be that. That would be so good. I mean, he's such a great guitar player as well. What's the name of his band? Come on. Giant. Remember Giant?
No. The only Giant band I can ever think is that they might be Giants who did
not them.
Oh god, the song with lots of words in it. I've forgotten that now. Sorry, I'll shut up.
Yeah. Shep says, at Paul Drew got a Keeley Compressor Plus today. Nice one. Inspired from one of your videos. It's great, but seem to have ended up with all the controls at 12 o'clock. Prefer it like that. Am I doing it wrong? I used it on Saturday. You'd be shocked to see my controls. My mix control is like just on. It's literally just it's going to be opposite because the camera's opposite. But imagine the off control would be at 6 o'clock. It's on about 9 o'clock. I have such a little mix of it going in. But no, it's great. I use it a lot less. I use probably a lot less compression than you would think, but it's such a great pedal, and it just it really makes everything feel and sound immediate, which I really like about it. Yeah, good choice, mate. Funky Bass UK, good to see everyone on here. Got a Grossman fat box on order after seeing them on your video. Oh, nice one, mate. Oh, that'd be fun. Are you getting the 10-inch adapter? Because that'd be quite good for you, being a bass player. I'm guessing you're buying it for bass. Giant, thanks, Paul. 1976 Shore Gold Masquerader. Nice.
There's got to be a joke there somewhere.
Go on.
At this point, I've missed it, but we should do this.
Ah, Rumi, thank you very much. That's really kind of you. Please suggest a versatile bass for a small studio.
3, 2, 1. Fender Jazz.
I would. Do you know what?
Oh, it's a Fender Jazz or a Music Man Stingray.
Definitely. I think my favorite bass of all time is a Stingray. Dan Stingray. I think I love the sound of that because I really like an active bass.
It's got a punch, isn't it?
Yeah, and that Stingray is really punchy. But Rumi, I was really impressed with the Fender Justin Meadell Johnson.
The short scale.
The short scale bass. If you're a guitar player, which I'm guessing you are because you're on here, I'd go for that all day long because it sounds brilliant, and it's more sort of guitar-y sort of scale. It really does sound really good. I was really impressed with it. Dan used it on a session, and I thought, don't use anything else now because that's brilliant. So it's a Fender JMJ bass.
Really cool.
Jonathan says, "Lol, I had to ask. I love Dan Huff and I love Lukather. I'm also not keen on the signature. However, I have to have it. I can't sleep. Check out the spec on that guitar. Giant was a band. Yeah, nice one, mate. Yeah. Oh, you're gonna love it. You'll absolutely love it. Sorry for the controversy. And if you're opening your wallets, guys, Rich Renken USA is the man, not Japan. Different radius necks. Who's the man? Why?
Don't know. Not sure.
Okay. Nice though. Nice. This can be a killer guitar. Yeah. Paul says, Jonathan, it's a signature under the clear coat. I'm assuming it is. I had a Strat signed by Yngwie and his wife. I was scared of rubbing the signature. Hold on a second.
You were scared of rubbing it off because it's in case they sued you.
What? Hold on a second. And if I had my guitar and I went up to Yngwie and I'd say, Yngwie, can you sign this? If his wife grabbed it, I go, hold on, love. Back off. Why does Yngwie's wife?
Isn't she his manager?
Yeah, probably. But why would you want her to sign your
Get a Sharpie. They don't come off.
Oh no.
I know everything.
It would eventually. Yeah, I'm not a fan of having guitars signed by people. I just I had a PRS once that had a Paul Reed Smith signed the back plate. I was just like, oh, no, I don't like that. The Gym Burst is nice. That fades from a sort of magenta to blue. Nice. Yes, I know the one. Jonathan McCulloch said, great question. MC Fractal, also on my shopping list. What's MC?
I don't know.
On his shopping list, but keeping Kemper, 2 completely different units.
Yeah,
good choice, mate. Yeah, if you can have both, you'll have a lovely time. Thomas Nonsense, excuse me. In the unlikely event that I win the in-ear monitors, I'll refund your postage. Cheers, Thomas. Thanks, mate. And pay 100 quid. There's like some bribery going on here.
Bribery and corruption, first and foremost.
It's really good, but and honestly, it's such a great unit.
I'll let you know tomorrow.
Yeah. JF Rolu. Sorry if I butchered that. Welcome, JF. Hey, Paul. I have a Katana 100 and a Katana Artist for a year now, and I just saw your video on how to set up a stereo. Haha! I didn't know that feature. It sounds awesome. Yeah,
it does sound awesome.
If you've got those two, mate, get them linked up stereo. Absolutely fantastic. Mante Teo, thanks, mate. That's the American football player. It's such a great. It's so interesting, mate. You've got to watch it. He was catfished on Facebook by this guy pretending to be a girl, and he's a very Christian guy,
right?
And so they were having like an online relationship, and he considered her to be his girlfriend.
Yeah.
It's so messed up. You've got to watch it. It's the most messed up thing you've ever seen. It's well worth watching.
All right.
Jonathan says, "Oh, and as far as the Tyler headstock, it's a statement. I once had a Lotus Carlton. Oh God, do you remember them? They were beasts. That's a fast car. Some people hated that. Love this show.
It's funny. We went to there was a on Sunday.
Yeah.
Because obviously being out Saturday night.
Yeah.
There was a vintage kind of car show around the corner, and they had monster truck rides and stuff. And Jake said, "I want to go on the monster truck." So of course, we all went on the back of the monster truck, and it was great. And
nice.
Lucy screamed and didn't like it and all that sort of stuff. But Jake and I had a great time. But because it was a concourse competition, as well, where people polish their cars up to be absolutely immaculate. But there was like 4 or 5 Lotus Carltons, and my dad had one back in the day.
Oh, did he?
Wow, a quick car.
Yeah. Expensive as well.
It looked like, if you said to a kid, draw a car, and they do that. That's what a Lotus Carlton looked like. But my God, it was quick.
I haven't seen one for 20 years. I don't think I've seen one. Wow. I reckon, the engine's probably burnt out, didn't they? People drive them too fast. The Rock played college football. You'd think that, wouldn't you? I guess.
Yeah.
He was a beastie, or is a beastie. Yeah. Thomas says, "Don't forget to try the Vega Trem, smoothest trem on the planet. The small bridge plate can actually goes down into the bridge cavity. No such thing as a deck with this one. Nice one." Yes, I really should. The only thing is, I don't really have James
need to do that.
Huh?
The need to do that.
No. I think it would be great, but I don't really want to. I don't think aesthetically they look great. And I've only got, and I don't mean to be a snob, but I've got a lot of expensive Strats, and I don't really want to spoil the look of my. Isn't that bad? Because I'm more worried about the aesthetics than the actual playability. That's really bad, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's really bad.
You sad person.
Yeah, no, that's really bad. I feel
However,
Mr. Moxie, thank you, sir.
Thanking you indeed.
He says, had some feedback issues recently and was worried how resilient monitors are to feedback. I have Adam A7Xs. These speakers sound great with the aux. So he's had some feedback issues recently. He was worried how resilient monitors. Oh, mate, I wouldn't worry about it.
It's going to take a lot to do some serious damage.
Yeah, I don't think high frequencies would do that. It would more be low frequencies would blow the woofer. But I guess you could blow the tweeter. I mean, tweeters do blow, don't they?
You do, yeah. But if it still sounds good, you haven't done any damage.
I had a blown tweeter on I bought some same ones as you've got, the Focal Twins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the brilliant.
Yeah, they sent me a new tweeter for it, but I wouldn't worry, mate. I think you'd have to be giving it some to blow up.
Yeah,
to blow them up. What that tribe says, the pod goes a bit dark sounding, but a bit of a boost with a wide Q at 6K has livened it up a bit. Using an IR of a Neumann KM84 an inch off the cone on a Marshall 9060 cabinet works quite well. Nice one. Yeah, I mean, if you're finding it dark, you might want to try some different IRs. I would say, because I think that's the bit that makes all the difference with, EQ and stuff.
Yeah.
So did I see another? Mr. Brose, thank you, sir. Chocolate martinis.
Oh, sounds revolting in a really good way.
Yeah, let's do that. This is for a couple of chocolate martinis when the studio is complete. Thank you, David.
I'm thinking 4 to 6 weeks.
4 to 6 weeks, nice.
Yeah.
Jonathan says import duty, insurance, etc. Risk is way too high to buy from the States directly. I've got guitar involved. Nice one. So much less stressful. Nice one. Yes, that's probably the sensible way of doing it. Chemical P. The Rockwards football player in college didn't make it to the pros, and from Pennsylvania. Robert Fairweather Music. It's another new name. Welcome, Robert. $100 pawn shop special for me. Ibanez it is. Nice one.
Nice.
Can't go wrong with that.
Nope.
Jerome Conreen says, talking of signatures on guitars, I have a Schecter Coupe signed by Wayne Hussey out the Mission, a present for recovering a guitar of his that was stolen and sold on eBay.
Wow. Good lad.
Yeah, nice one, mate.
Very, very cool.
Wayne Hussey is a singer, wasn't he?
I couldn't tell you. I'm not overly up on my Mission.
I know the name. Awesome.
Very cool.
Not a name you hear very much, is it? The Mission.
No.
I remember them back in the 80s.
Pet
says, with regards to an A7X speakers, what's your thoughts on adding a sub? I'm not addicted to gear, honest. Oh, you lie. You so are addicted to gear. What's your thoughts on subs?
I use a sub. Ideal world, you've got to get the sub to match the tops. As in, get the Adam sub if they do. I'm sure they do one.
Yeah.
Because the signatures to the sound isn't right. I've used mismatching subs before, and I mean the thing about a sub is it's not there to add whoop 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 whoop. It's there realistically. It's there to add another octave. It's not there to make your trousers rattle unless you've really cranked it.
I would possibly say depends on what sort of room you're in.
That's the next thing I was going to say. You could be doing yourself more harm than good in a far from ideal room.
Yeah, if you're in a small room, I wouldn't go anywhere near them. Personally, I don't use a sub. I think you'll end. It depends. Are you mixing? If you're not mixing and you're just doing it for enjoyment, then maybe it's fine.
All the sub should do is give you a little bit more bottom end presence. It shouldn't be like night and day when you bypass the sub. It really shouldn't. If it is, you're just pushing too much, and then your mixes will not translate.
Okay.
Call it the fun button. Put it in and have a bit more fun. But when you're actually working, take it out.
Yeah. Mr. Wade, thank you, sir. Every little bit helps. Sorry, you chaps are going through such a pressing time with power bills and such over there. Make more Kemper videos, Paul. James, let's see that beautiful mic again. I thought everyone was suffering from power bills.
The US not so much. Europe is being nailed.
I'm sure I heard on the US that they were suffering.
They've got their own oil.
Maybe it's just gas prices.
Oil and gas prices from you know who and you know where.
Yeah, but I thought it was the same in the US. I mean, I know not as much as us. It's gone bonkers, but but thank you, Jason. Very kind, mate. Was there another one? Oh, did I see?
Boom. There we go.
No, there we go.
I love the fact it's become a car show tonight. It's great.
Car show. First car with a 1960s Ford Cortina GT Lotus. First car. That's a good car, isn't it? Wish I kept it. I maybe would have been able to afford a custom shop guitar or two. God, yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be
you would.
worth some money now. Cool car. I've got a Squire Strat at the original Sam Ash in Brooklyn for $100. Lovely feel to it, but I wonder if attempting to upgrade it will cost more than a more worthwhile guitar purchase. Thing about modding guitars, it's like modding cars. So I had an Audi TT.
I didn't know you were ahead of her.
Very good. No, I had the full Quattro hardtop beast of a car, and it had been modded a bit by the guy, the previous owner. Not visually, but it's just been completely souped up. It was so quick. And apparently he spent 20 grand on that car. It doesn't make it worth any more money. Same with guitars. If you go and buy like £100 Squire Strat, and then you go and spend 300 quid on pickups, blah blah blah, all the rest, all the other sort of stuff, and you spend, in the end, you will spend £1,000 on that guitar. If you go and do all the bits that you want to do to it, you probably not spend £1,000.
The woodwork is not worth that.
The woodwork will not be worth it. The guitar will not, even if you put it up on eBay or whatever, Reverb, whatever, you would never get your money back.
No.
So if it's a keeper, that's different. If it's a keeper, and you can always put stuff back. If you put pickups in, you can always take the pickups out. I think just be really careful about, it's like those kids that go and get a Renault Clio. Sorry for anyone in the US that doesn't know what a Renault Clio is. And then, mod it up, and it just, this big chavmobile, and they spent thousands on this, and I love it. That always cracks me up. I do feel bad. Like when you see those chavs and they've lowered their car so much, and they go over a bump and it goes, it does make me laugh a little bit.
Yeah, who knows? Not me.
Jerome says, yes, the lead singer of the Mission. Nice one. Just done a massive UK tour. Oh, nice. Now that you mentioned the Vega Trem, have you seen the Vega Trem VT2 Telecaster bridge? Kind of weird, but it doesn't look half bad. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a butchers. VEG. Okay, what is it, James?
Vega Trem VT2.
Okay, Vega Trem VT2.
They win.
I'm trying to find it. All I can see is Strat things. Hold on. Let's go Telecaster. I'm struggling to find it, to be honest. Are you looking at this at the same time?
I'm not. I'm waiting for you to go live so I can put it in the thing. Okay.
God, I'm so glad you didn't go live just then. There were some pictures that wouldn't have been. That wouldn't have been good. Okay, let me just go back to Vega Trem, and let me just see if I can find it on their website. They haven't got a very good web
SEO.
Yeah. Shop. God, this is really hard work.
VT2 you're looking for?
Oh my God, this is an absolute. Well, I can't even see it on there. It isn't even listed on their website.
Oh well.
So yeah, it's not.
Maybe we'll look sooner rather than later, or later rather than sooner.
Yeah, maybe it's just come out and they haven't done it yet.
Right, moving on.
Victor E says, in Canada, Quebec specifically, we have hydropower that is fairly inexpensive, actually, but petrol, as you call it, has finally started to come down from the stratosphere. Wow.
Yeah, and if I told you it's come down about 20-30 pence now, pence per litre, not per gallon, down to £1.68. I paid the other day.
It's expensive, isn't it? That's why I've got an electric car. Well,
Yes.
hybrid.
Half electric. I'm trying to buy an electric car.
Yes, it's
They
still
just keep
coming.
not delivering it.
War Without Tribes. I think I'll go down the IR rabbit hole. That's a great tip for anyone with a pod go. It's a nice one, Paul. Any recommendations, suggestions for IR brands? A Studio X IR pack would be cool.
The Celestian ones are always the ones I go for.
Yeah, just be careful, because it's really easy to get lost in this IR fog, because once you go and buy, even if you go and buy a pack from Celestian, there's hundreds of just microphones just moved slightly, and then different microphones, and it's literally just got hundreds to go through. And the Celestian ones are good. Apparently Brett Scholl's done some, and apparently they're good. They might be worth checking him out first.
Cool.
Yes, a Studio X IR pack would be good. They are. Then I need to get around to that. To you both, what are some light bulb moments you've had with studio playing over the years? Good question.
God, we could be here all night. I have them almost weekly. Proper moments of, well, that's cool. A nice little thing that you learn, or something you pick up, or I think playing. I think I don't know. I think genuinely, certainly from a drums point of view, I became a better drummer when I realised play for the song, not for your ego.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean you can't put cleverness into a part. It doesn't mean you don't get a moment to shine or do something nice. But it does mean, from a drumming point of view, you don't fill every 4 bars or every 8 bars or whatever. You just play for the song. I think play for the song. Everything serves the song is probably the best advice anyone can give. Be that studio guitar, any instrument, everything serves the song, including the singer.
Yeah.
You're not all Beyonce.
Yeah, I think, okay, so you've done that for playing. I'll do a studio one. Just less is more, I think. Always less plugins is always definitely more.
Defo. The number of sessions I get to mix where the first thing I do is take all the plugins off and it sounds better.
It's amazing, isn't it, how some people stack on plugins.
They assume that adding plugins will make it better, and it doesn't.
No, definitely not.
You might have recorded it well in the first place.
Yeah.
When people say, I've seen a few people say do what are called tricks in plugins and stuff, and they go, yeah, but it doesn't always work. It's not something you can, there's not a one size fits all EQ curve for every lead vocal. You might have a starting point, but no two voices are the same.
Yeah.
No two songs are the same, hopefully.
David says, have you looked at the headstock on the new Wolfgang Van Halen guitars? Yes, is that the ones? They're not new headstock. The one with the little cutout, almost like an Ernie Ball.
Yeah,
sort of 4 and 2, isn't it? It's, 4 and 2 aside with a little cutout on it. Yeah,
I didn't mind that, I have to admit.
Yeah, I didn't mind it. I think that when he left Ernie Ball, he had to do something that was different. It must be really hard creating a headstock.
Very, because everything's been done, hasn't it?
Yeah. Yes.
And if it hasn't been done, it looks horrendous.
Yeah. Victor says $155 Canadian per litre now. What's that? That's cheap, isn't it?
Don't know.
I mean, compared to what we're paying, Canadian dollars are almost. It's so. I think, or it used to be, about 200 Canadian dollars was about £100. It used to be a few years ago. So that'd be nice, wouldn't it? We do pay. I mean, everything's expensive. Do you know? I saw on Facebook the other day, someone was selling their house in Sweden. Someone I know, and it was this amazing house, and it was like 80 grand.
No, mate, that was Swindon, not.
No, you can't. But even in Swindon, you couldn't get something very. You can't just what we pay. I mean, house prices in Great Britain are just crazy money.
Yeah, certainly are.
What about that Drobes? Nice one, thanks guys. Pleasure, mate. Thomas Ross, 89.89 Canadian dollars in British
Columbia. Yeah,
nice.
BC.
Thomas says, my music man Steve Morse, Y2D, was played by Steve Morse in Melbourne for about 20 minutes in 2013. He signed the backplate twice. The plate is in a bag for protection with a new plate in its place. Nice one.
Yeah,
that's nice. That's nice. See, he did it, and he did a nice thing. He, signed the backplate. He didn't sign the guitar.
Yeah.
Where's Lee hosting a different program today? Yeah, where is Lee?
Don't know.
Thomas Ross, 189. Ah, I see, 189. Still cheap. Still a lot cheaper than what we're paying.
Yeah.
Tried to record what I want to hear. Seems to me less. I tried to record what I want to hear. Seems to me less mixing that way. Absolutely. And Victor's got to go. Nice one. Cheers, Victor.
Right, we're at the end of the list. Should we talk about auctions?
Yeah, go on.
So it was the recent Gardner Hallgate auction last Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Monday this week. It's been very big. They've got a lot of stuff in. Because I've been busy with other things, I missed some of the bits. I missed the opening on Wednesday, and I was like, oh, that's where a couple of the guitars I was interested in was. However, it was not an uneventful auction for me.
What'd you buy, James? Look at that beauty.
Look at that bad boy.
So if anyone doesn't know what that is a Nashville telly. And
there is not a ding on it.
Do you know what I'd do with that?
What?
Let me see it's a Mexican one, yeah?
It is a Mexican, yeah.
What's the bridge? Let me see the bridge. I think I would replace those bridge saddles.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, I mean, I'll hear it tomorrow, but I would guess that would be the only thing that I'll do to that guitar.
The pickups sound great. It plays nicely. It's obviously been in the bag for quite a while, and there's a couple of little like scratches, like push-in points on the 12th fret. But even like a couple of hours of playing, it's starting to rub them out. The frets need a bit of a wear in and stuff. But it's a
no, stop. Please.
All right. All right. I'll play something differently. I'll play something appropriate.
Okay.
It's brilliant. I love it.
Right.
Neck's nice and chunky. It is a polished neck, but you
can wear that down. That's right.
Great. It's bizarre. I now have 4 Telecasters.
Do you want me to bring over some like quadruple O wire wool tomorrow to do with the back of your neck?
No, I quite like it. I'm not upset by it. It's great. So that was the first deal.
Do that when he's not looking.
And it was quite a good deal as well.
Do you want to talk about deal? Do you want to talk about how much it was? Or
that was 420 quid.
Oh, that's a good price, isn't it? That's
I bought one of these.
Got an Ebo? Nice.
That was just in the list.
How much is Ebo?
About 35 quid.
Okay. So
cheaper.
Second hand sort of price. But yeah.
So a couple of things that are going to go straight on eBay.
I'm not plugging into that thing tomorrow. I'm going to refuse to plug into that.
Which one?
The one on the bottom.
So that's all right. That actually is not. It needs a new pot, as in a new pot top, just to make it sweet. A bit of a clean up. £62.
Oh, geez, that's great.
Right, they're going on eBay for about 200-300.
Great.
Then there is a valve state, Marshall valve state AVT 150. That and the 1x12 extension cab with it was £68.
Should we see? And I got tomorrow. Why don't we just see how many times it bounces from a top floor window?
No. They're also. I don't expect to make much on it on eBay, but they're going for more than that. The extension cab on its own is worth more than that.
Sorry, how much did you pay for that?
68 quid.
Oh, I mean, that's great. Can't go wrong with that.
I've been playing around with it today. The clean channel alone, is worth the price of admission. If I get 100 quid for it, it's worth it.
Oh yeah.
However, I also bought as part of the Gary Moore auction. Bizarrely, they had a thumper. You know what a thumper is for a drum stool, where you have it's not a speaker, it's a solenoid that just
like a
butt kicker type thing.
Yeah, what's the one? What's the one that always makes me laugh? Bum chum.
Of course it does.
No, yeah. There's a mate called Bum Chum, isn't there? That's
yes. So that was about 45 quid, I think, for a pair, and it fits on my stool perfectly. I've got a little lamp that will sort of, a Porter and Davis rig is about 300 quid. So quite expensive. However, the real dealio.
There it is. There it is. Look at that bad boy.
So the cab was 200 quid.
What cab is it though?
It's a 1960A cab.
It is a 60A.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, because that's the proper one.
Yeah.
And the top and the head is a JCM 2000 DSL dual super lead, the 100-watt version.
Yes.
With the reverb tank, and it sounds great. It sounds really good.
Awesome.
It's got. It's a 100-watt head. I know it's going to, hence the addition of the aux on top. But my God, it makes a great noise.
Yeah, I bet. That's great, mate. Nice one.
I'm tempted to take it out in the studio tomorrow and just see how good the soundproofing is already.
That'd make a good video. That'd make a really good video. We should do that. Is it dry tomorrow? Will it be dry?
Let's have a quick look. Oh yeah, the floors. You can go out there already. The floor's well dry. There's no power out there yet, but make sure that I can run a power line out. No problem at all. Yeah, tomorrow it's supposed to be dry. Let's do it.
Let's do that. That'd be a fun video.
Funny as. See how good the soundproofing is already. Do you remember that little Fender we did that in Manchester?
Yeah.
I think that would have quite a lot more power. But I wanted a 4x12 for the studio anyway, just because in my opinion, guitars sound great for a 4x12.
Yes.
They just do. Big boxes, big noise, and I've got enough amps to warrant it. I'll sell those two and keep those two.
Yeah, I think the 1960s that'd be great for your studio.
Yeah. The head, I didn't know if it would be keeper or not, but the price, I think it was 235 quid.
Can't go wrong with that. That's great.
No.
I think we'll test it out tomorrow. I'm not a massive fan of the newer Marshalls, but that was the one up. That was like the next one on from the
the 900. Yeah.
Is that one PCB or is that?
I don't know. I haven't had a look.
Okay, we'll have a look at that.
There's a lot of glass in there. I know that.
Yeah, I reckon that'd be good. I'm sure that is the one that Slash used to.
I think Slash's was a modded one. I think.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that's the Use Your Illusion era.
No, that. Oh, hold on. That might have been.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I know that he used. Or was that a modded? Was that a Jose modded Plexi? I can't remember. Anyway, all good.
Yeah,
nice.
really good. Yes, it was. I spent a bit more than I planned, but I am selling chunks of it, so it's not like I'm.
Nice one.
And if I get money back in a bit on those two, it's worth it.
Yeah, brilliant.
So there you go. Do you want to do finds of the week and news and stuff?
Yeah, let's do that. Do you want to? Can you push go?
Yep.
Talking about Gardner Hooligate.
Yep.
46 squillion, 46,000. For the Foo Fighters, guitar.
Yeah.
That's more than I thought that was going to go for.
a lot more than I thought it was going to go for.
Yeah. So it's surpassing the 30. So it's estimated at 30,000.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, interesting. There's that.
Great guitar.
Yeah. Black Star unveils the 2x12 version of the St. James. I don't know how I feel about this. I really like the look of them.
Didn't sound great, did it?
There's people that love them. There's people that I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's like paid videos or something. I don't know, but people
It's funny.
are liking them, and I don't like them at all.
It's funny. Universally, that thing is loved.
What thing? I can't see it.
Sorry, the Marshall Acoustic.
Really?
Universally loved.
Okay.
The Valve State.
Oh, universally hated.
Well, no, it's really funny. Some people love it. Some people hate it. It's a real Marmite amp. I was looking through articles going, have I bought a real pup here? And if I have for 60 quid, I'll sell the cab and, it's not a big deal. But no, it's a real Marmite amp. Love it or hate it.
Oh, interesting. But I really like, on the positive side for these, I think the actual styling looks brilliant.
Very, very Morgan.
It is really Morgan. It looks, I think they look brilliant. They've done such a great job with the design of them. What's it going to work out to be? They're not as cheap as you'd think. It doesn't say.
No, but it's not going to be.
No. Next, this is I don't know what's going on. So Jackson they've got an American series, SL3 Soloist. It's amazing. I still can't believe that these 80s inspired guitars are making a big comeback. And who would buy that? What sort of person?
Kids.
But it's an American series. This is not
at the price tag though, I bet.
Yeah. Well, they're about 2.5.
Wow. There are a lot of metal bands out there, mate. There are a lot of metal.
No, and yes, and I get it. I get there's a lot of metal bands, and that's great. The only thing is, if these are quite 80s, there's not a lot of 80s metal bands out there.
It does look like something that the Wild Stallions would wear.
Yeah, it's that. I mean, maybe there's lots of, I don't know.
I bet they're beautiful guitars, though.
Oh yeah, they'd be great. They'd be really good. Steel Panther covers bands and stuff. I thought this looked good. So they've got an Aerodyne Strat. I think the Aerodyne stuff's Japanese. I think
it is generally.
Yes, it is. It looked quite good. I'm not so sure on the green one and that one done like that.
No, the white. It's the white one.
Oh, I didn't see the telly as well. They've got tellies. They're nice.
The grey telly's nice.
Yeah. And a P and a Jazz.
Yeah.
The Jazz looks good, doesn't it?
My favourite precision though is the precision. It's either called a Jazz, a JP, or a PJ. I'm not sure which.
PJ.
Where it's a precision shape but with jazz pickups.
Oh no, well PJ is a pickup configuration.
Yeah, but it's a precision body with jazz pickups in, or with a split precision and a jazz in the bridge.
Yeah,
great sounding guitar.
Yeah, nice. The thing that's different about this is 22 fret as opposed to the sort of standard sort of Fender 21. I like it.
Yeah, normally I'd go for the green, but I quite like the baby blue, baby blue or white.
Yeah, nice. I think it would have been nice with white pickups.
Yes.
Okay. I thought this was quite nice.
Not
that I like Floyd Rose's, but I thought that looks quite cool.
It does.
Yeah, I thought it's quite a nice design. Really simple. I like the one pickup single volume knob. No messing around with the tone control, all that sort of stuff. How many times do you ever use a tone control? I know we've had this conversation.
Hardly. I could probably count on one hand.
Yeah, I mean, never. I don't think I ever used tone control. Have you heard of the band As I Lay Dying? It sounds that's nice.
No,
Name,
no.
So it's his signature model, Phil Dufler, Phil Scrozzo. Yeah, I like it. I think it looks really nice. How much is it? It is 1549.
Not so bad. About £1,000.
Yeah, obviously made in the Fender Mexican factory.
Yeah.
It's another Jackson. Jackson. See, that's what I get. I get that for like a modern, for a modern metal with the
8 or 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Yeah, I get that from that looks modern metal. I honestly, come on, what is going on with that?
That's just wrong.
That's just wrong. No one wants to buy that. Who would buy that? I don't get it. I don't understand who would play that. Rob,
that is hideous.
Bastany. What's he from? What band
Death Angel.
Huh?
Death Angel.
Oh, is he? Is that where he's from?
That's what it says there.
Where is it? Anyway, okay. I don't. Death Angel. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're not going to be like a pop band, are they?
They're not going to be. The guitars aren't going to be up here, are they?
And no, definitely not. Yeah, that's a wrong one. I don't get that at all. Josh Smith, soloist. Interesting. I like the. Yeah. Yeah, I quite like that.
It's got too many strings.
That's interesting. Who does Josh Smith play for? Because that's not the Josh Smith that we all.
Don't know.
North Lane. Don't know. Okay. Talking about wrong uns. Manson have done another couple of Matt Bellamy's.
Right.
I mean, oh god, they're ugly guitars, aren't they? I know he's brilliant. I love Matt Bellamy. I think he's such a great guitar player.
But the thing with Matt Bellamy is he is probably one of the most original guitar players of our generation.
He's a brilliant guitar player. He's such a great guitar player. And I love his use of technology and stuff, by putting the Chaos Pad and all this sort of weird stuff on it. But
it's not pretty.
They're not pretty guitars, are they? Actually,
the white one's not bad, is it?
No, that looks all right. It looks a bit wrong from that angle. So what's the white one got? It's they're both more affordable. I've
just seen the price. Oh,
yeah. So instead of 10 grand, they're now 4 grand, which is a huge saving. And they aren't factory made, mass produced instruments. So right, let's have a look. Birds Eye Maple, blah blah blah. What's all the controls? What does all that stuff do? Oh, it has an onboard ZFX fuzz factory on it,
right,
and a phase 90.
Okay,
they're activated from the back. So that's an interesting thing to do, isn't it? I mean, I guess because he's quite a performance led guitar player, as opposed to having like a fuzz factory on the floor.
Yeah,
and sort of, controlling it, maybe rigging it up some sort of clever expression pedal or something. But anyway, there's that, and they've got the one with the Chaos Pad. It's a Chaos Pad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Unless someone's invented something different. It's got a Sustainiac neck pickup. I mean, he's brilliant, isn't he? So
yeah. Look, he is one of the most original guitar players of our generation. No two ways about it.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. I like it. I like the guitar.
I like the guitar as well. I think it looks great.
Yeah, I think it's really nice.
But it does come to something when YouTube. Rick's a good guitarist.
Oh no, he's a pretty talented guy. Yeah, he's a very talented guy.
But it comes to something when Rick is a self-confessed YouTuber. When YouTubers are getting guitars, custom guitars, that's a bit weird to me.
Yeah, yes, I guess it is a bit weird, but it just shows you the power of social media.
But I'd love to try that guitar. That looks awesome.
I think it looks great, doesn't it? It looks really nice.
I love the color. I love that sort of Les Paul Jr. style. You know, the double cutaway is great.
Yeah, I like the fact you can see the grain and all of that.
Mm.
$2,000 though.
Okay, it's not cheap, is it?
No, it'd be interesting because obviously Gibson have done it because he's got such a lot of subscribers, and they're thinking a lot of these subscribers are going to go and buy one.
They are a business these days rather than just
without a doubt. Yeah, they're not doing it for fun.
Bounding along doing it for fun.
No. I think it's a, if I was going to pick up a Gibson at the moment, I think I would seriously look at that. I think I'd have to change the little truss rod cover.
What does it say? Diano.
Yeah. And nothing against Rick Beato. I just think it's a bit of a weird. It's a bit of a weird signature model. I think that that model should be just as it is. Lastly, you wanted to talk about this, didn't you?
I do, because I at first I was kind of, that's a bit weird. Then I actually, and it was you who put it into context for me.
Right.
DW Drum Workshop, make phenomenal drums, not known for cheap drums. They do have a cheaper range, PDP. But they're not known for cheap drums. And Roland, you think, well, the Roland Corporation, they make everything from toilet seats to scooters to everything. But then when you think, actually, Roland electric kits are in a world of things I don't like, Roland electric kits are the best of a.
Can we go back a little bit? Roland don't make toilet seats.
Roland Corporation make everything.
They don't make toilet seats.
They make in Japan. You could buy a Roland toilet seat.
I've got to check this out now. This is.
Oh, here we go. Now,
I know they make things like printers and stuff. Anyway, you talk about that. Will I look at
what's interesting Roland is that we can see you do this.
Yeah.
So Roland are now trying to get into the acoustic drum market, but not with acoustic drums, with drums that look like acoustic drums that are actually electric.
I found it. There you go. I found it.
Yep, lovely.
Look at that.
Is that going to be your next guitar?
Jeez.
So actually, I love the way they say Drum Workshop joins Roland. No, Roland have bought Drum Workshop.
Yeah.
That's the way it actually is. They're all saying that actually DW will continue to operate as a totally separate company, which I'm sure it will. Roland don't generally mess up the companies that they buy. Avid, you could learn something there.
I don't know of any other companies that Roland have bought. Who else they own?
Probably are others that right. Not necessarily in our world.
Okay.
Other toilet seat manufacturers perhaps. But I think it's interesting. I think it will no doubt be good for DW because they'll have some serious development muscle and some development tech behind them. Right. And I can't see it being bad for Roland because they'll actually get some decent, really good shells. Maybe you'll be able to buy a Roland DW hybrid kit. That'd be great.
Yeah, I think that'd be good. I think that'd be good.
It's not going to be cheap though.
No, it won't be. Okay.
Wow.
There we go.
We're out of there. Okie dokie. Let's just dive back to where we got to.
Oh, yes.
I think was here. Boom.
Shep says 80,000 for a house in Sweden. That's about 6 pints over there. That's true, isn't it? So that's true. So a house is cheap in Sweden. Maybe it's a part of Sweden. Maybe because it's a big, long old country, isn't it?
Yeah.
Some of the northern stuff, I imagine, isn't very habitable or habitated.
Yeah.
Bruce says, I used to have the same red telly, but it was called a Nashville Telly Power and had the addition of a piezo pickup in the bridge. Nice.
No, that, as far as I can tell, that is just a bog standard
Badoogly, yeah.
telly.
Zombie. I don't know.
Zombie.
I can't think what Shahar might have to fill us in on that one.
Yes.
A chemical P here in Florida, 1 litre of gas is £1.05p. Nice.
That's a lot for America.
Is it?
Yeah.
My God, you can't get those prices for Marshalls here, either head or cab. The head alone would be used 500. Yeah. It's Marshall stuff in the States. I mean, especially new. It's crazy. Over here, it's not that expensive. Marshall stuff's quite reasonable.
But it's good stuff. You know, the good stuff is good. Not so sure about that.
We'll give that a roasting tomorrow.
Yeah.
Bogeyman, James, saw in the studio build tour you have Cat 6 Ethernet, but doesn't seem to be shielded. Please keep it separate from your power lines when trenching your house to account for EMI. Look at that. They are.
Cat 6 is shielded. I'm pretty sure it is.
He said yours doesn't seem to be shielded. You did show the box.
Oh, did I? Oh,
they are. Bogeyman could have sorted you out then.
In that case, I might have to get some different stuff to run down the house. That's primarily for internal. And yes, it will all be running very separately from power lines and be very careful and that sort of stuff. But yes, thank you for that. I shall.
Yeah, good tip, Bogeyman. Cheers for that, mate. Look, Mr. Matt Writers. Mr. Matt Wright from Distant Sun Studios has been very generous for the old Chocolate Martini Fund. He said, "Evening, fellas. Paul's generously listened to my ramblings yesterday over guitar amps. Gave me some great advice as ever. So just wanted to contribute to the Martini Fund." P.S. The studio build looks incredible, James. Cheers, mate. Honestly, Matt, it was a pleasure, mate. Don't worry about it. You're very kind, and that will definitely go to the Pink Martini or whatever we indulge in. Lunch tomorrow. Yes, thanks. Yeah, thanks, Matt. Very, very kind of you. Thanks, mate.
Very kind indeed.
Give me that Jackson all day long. I knew you'd love that. I
like it, but I just don't know who would buy it these days.
No, I reckon Shahar was talking about that metally one.
Oh God.
Paul says, "Oh, I like the Jackson, but no binding on it. GAC has it for $19.99. I've got an SLX Crackle. God, yeah, I remember them from 2 or 3 years ago. I remember them from the 80s, which I love. I did have the multicolored Crackle too with maple fingerboard. Nice. Paul Vieira, cheers, mate. Just back from walking Oscar, my Saint Bernard. Oh, that's a doggy. That's a big doggy.
It's not a dog. It's a pony.
Yeah. What the hell is it with dogs and bins? Blue bin day tomorrow. Okay, a biography from any musician. A biography from any musician you would love to read.
As in have read.
My dog's not into bins.
No, just into other dogs.
Loves that. And no, he had his plums off the other day. So he's just come up. He had his
cone of shame.
Yeah, the cone of shame. Yeah, he doesn't have to wear that anymore. But yeah, he still seems to be quite interested in other dogs.
Is this biographies we have read or people we'd like to read? Because I can listen to the Gospel according to Luke anytime. That's hilarious. And actually really sad. A lot of it is very, very sad. He's had quite a lot of trauma in his life. Clapton's one is good, again, for similar reasons. Phil Collins is good. So if you like Phil Collins, read the Phil Collins biography and it will change your mind.
Yes. It's funny, isn't it? It's funny about, is it drummer? I've read quite a lot of drummer biographies recently. Phil Collins, he's the guy that lives just around the corner as well. Was in the Who, and after Thingy died.
Zach Starkey.
No, that's funny as well because Ringo Starr used to live just in Cranley as well. But no, I can't remember his name now. Anyway, yeah, what's going on with pretentious drummers? That is, it's the Phil Collins one's quite a hard read, isn't it?
It will really, if you like Phil Collins and Phil Collins music, it will put you off.
Yeah.
Very bizarre.
Yeah. Did put me off.
I'd like to read. Who's would I like to read? I don't know if you want to read a really good how not to make an album and yet somehow make one of the most successful, probably the most successful album of all time, read Making Rumors by Ken Callier.
God, that's so good.
It's a brilliant book.
That's such a good book.
I'm trying to think of anybody else that I've would like to read.
It's a good question, though, isn't it?
I don't think he did one, but I think I'd like to read, because I bet it'd be technically nerdy, but quite a challenge. I'd love to have read Rupert Neve's biography.
I reckon that would be very nerdy. Do you know, I'd like to read, and I haven't read it, and I'm sure there is one, the Keith Richards.
Oh, definitely is.
Yeah, definitely I might do that next, actually, because I quite like to read all about the debauchery and he's definitely done all that. Or Ozzy Osbourne. I haven't read Ozzy Osbourne's one. There must be an Ozzy one.
Yeah.
That'll be good. That'd be a good read. What's up?
No, someone I've been trying to get hold of for an absolute age has finally got back to my message.
Hey, well, you read that, and I'll do the question. You find the next question, and I'll do that.
Go. There you go.
Jerome says Duff McKagan used to play a Precision Deluxe. Yes, he did. It was a precision body, no scratch plate, P and jazz pickups. The neck was a jazz neck with a big headstock. I think he still plays that.
Yeah, white body, black neck.
Yeah, looks cool.
Beautiful guitar. Yeah, that was the guitar I wanted. The bass player in my band at the time had that, but he had it in like gunmetal grey, and it was a gorgeous guitar.
I think I know. Wasn't that an Aerodyne?
No, it's definitely not.
Oh, okay,
that was a beautiful guitar.
Bogeyman, best to go with FTP or S? FTP, S for shielded, F for foil. Look at that. UTP is unshielded. Just my 2 cents. I'm telecom engineer by trade. Look at that, James.
Wow, there we go.
Can you still send that back? You've got what you bought.
Yes, you can. Yeah, because it's with the
builders.
The electronics store around the corner who've done me lots of deals. So when I say I need the shielded stuff,
I think because you don't want to be digging that lot out once you.
No.
Great, thanks for that. Thanks for that fab tip, Bogeyman.
Absolutely. Let me just make a note of that.
Every day's a school day.
It certainly is. Hang on a sec. You read this. I will note that down.
Paul says those modern metal Jacksons are awful. 80s all the way. See, there are still people that like the 80s. That like the 80s guitars. It's interesting. So I'm not a massive fan. I love the 80s guitars in the 80s. I liked all the Jacksons and the Ibanez's and whatever else is that, Kramer's, all that lot. Mm-hmm. I used to obsess about it. But now I want old men guitars. I
think I'd like one, but I think the super stratty type of guitar I'd get would be a Music Man, or probably a Petrucci.
Yeah, I think the Sirs obviously that sort of super stratty thing, but it looks classy, or I think it looks classy.
Yeah, the Petrucci I think does the same. It looks good. It looks like a nicely balanced guitar.
Yeah. Yeah, not the Majesty, the standard, the JP.
Yeah, the JP.
Yeah. Ned says Matt Bellamy sounds to me like he's a classically trained musician on piano and guitar who started playing rock music. His choice of chords and songs is much more than just a diatonic. He's pretty impressive. He's really melodic as well, isn't he?
Yeah,
really good.
And a great writer of songs. If you want to watch a really good YouTube video, there's a video of them recording The Second Law at Capitol.
Oh yeah.
And there's a great bit where they're obviously sat in the control room in the dark, and the choir and the brass players are out there. And then when they go out at the end of the session and say, "Hi, thank you, you've been working with us." They're like signing autographs and stuff for the really cool YouTube video of like the making of The Second Law. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but I'm pretty sure you'll find it if you put that into YouTube.
Yeah, nice. Michael says, I agree. He is just a YouTuber.
What makes me laugh is, and I will say this, that Rick is not one of these. Rick is a session guitar player and has been, and has his own studio, and has realized a way to diversify and to keep making a living is to do the YouTube thing. I suspect he still has an amazing studio facility, so he must still use it, and his day job must be a certain amount of still doing recordings and stuff.
I'm not sure about that, but yeah.
I'm not sure, but I mean, why would you keep that facility if you weren't using it? Or am I missing?
It's a great YouTube space. It's a great YouTube space, not costing any money.
That is true, but you do see some people picking up guitars who have YouTube channels who really shouldn't.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm probably one of them, but at least I've got you to hang around with.
No, I wasn't saying. I was saying about me, not about you. Anyway. Itak. Oh, what's he got there? Look at this. What's that? It's like a double-necked ovation. Check that bad boy out.
Yep.
Wow. It's probably the full-on Richie Sambora business going on there, isn't there? That's the same reaction I had when I saw Rick signature guitar. Laz is in the house. He says, evening team, rocking up from mid Wales. Hope everyone is being excellent to each other. An old Larry listens in the car. He puts it on his phone and puts his phone. Obviously doesn't watch it. He wouldn't want to do that. But
God no.
Pet says, really like Muse, but I did ruin their music for a few friends by pointing out his audible breath intake after each song. Yeah, they really did that, didn't they? And it was a funny thing about that. And who does the mixing for Muse? What's his name?
Kevin Sher.
Huh? No. SSL, big SSL, British guy, as a studio, has a mixing studio in America as well as the UK. Come on, one of the big mixing guys. Come on, this is your thing.
White.
Huh? No, big mixing guys. Anyway, you would have thought that. I mean, he sort of started that non-controlling the breath in the mix. Oh God!
But Kate Bush was doing it years before.
Oh, that's very different, though. That's very different. Kate Bush was it was compressed to a way that she could have her whisper vocals, and it was so quiet that her breath was obviously going to be louder. But Matt Bellamy's like like that every time he does it. I quite like.
It doesn't put me off.
Stent, Mike Stent,
Spike Stent, yes, of course, yes.
Yes. David Brose. Do people use Floyd Rose? People like Guthrie could do it, but it's not for dive bombing. Other than that, what's the appeal? I agree. I'm not a Floyd Rose fan at all.
Steve Vai, Satriani, Guthrie. Realistically, those are the ones who do it well.
I don't think you need. Yeah, I mean, no one dive bombs anymore unless you're, I don't know, Dragon Force or something. Yeah, no. I mean, I don't see the need of a Floyd Rose anymore, and I think, personally, I think a non-floating trem like that sounds better. I think it sounds better than a Floyd Rose. I think it
trumpet with a guitar.
Yeah, I think it affects the. I think it affects the tone, but people like them, and that's great. Jonathan says, Paul Fiero, whereabouts in the UK are you? We share similar interests. How about a Northwest UK Studio Rats hoedown?
Right.
That's awesome.
Well, I'm in the sunny, beautiful Essex town of Great Dunmow.
Sunny.
Was today.
It was nice today, wasn't it? Yes, but he was asking Paul Fiero, not us. But
Okay,
I'm down Guildford way anyway, but just in case.
All right. When you're down Guildford Way. Anyway.
Vuck. That's another new name.
Hmm.
Mirasevic. Hey there, guys. Enjoying the show. I have a question for you, Paul. Are you still using your Boss IR200 and are you still liking it? I haven't used it for a while. It's a really good unit. No reason not to love it. It's great. It's a really good unit. What with that tribe says, I've got a DC Les Paul Special Light from 2000. Yeah, that is the same, isn't it? That's essentially the same as the Beato one, but in black and has mini crown inlays. Got it for 500 quid. It's mint. Hope the Beato means the value of mine will go up. Nice one. I would have thought it would actually.
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah, nice guitar. Paul Fiero says he's in Peterborough now. I've got lots of miso biogs for my faves. So Stephen Adler. Oh yeah, Stephen Adler, that'd be a good one. Good you hear about you're talking about debauchery. Steve Luther.
Another one.
Keith
Another one.
/ Joe Perry.
And another one.
Yeah, Ronnie Wood. Ronnie Wood, not so much. I think he's not.
He's too busy painting.
Yeah, he's great. I like his art. Van Halen Rising, etc. Nice one.
There was a great video on Facebook of Stephen Adler. Stephen Adler came on to advertise his gig in Hollywood somewhere. The boys mashed.
Yeah, bless him.
I mean, well and truly mashed.
Oh yeah, he's proper Joe Walsh. He's proper Joe Walsh. It, yeah.
But Joe Walsh has survived and come out the other side.
Yes. Well, he sounds the same to me though.
Yeah.
Pet says Warbag, an interview with him, and it certainly will. What's Warbag? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nedamida, houses are cheap in Sweden on the countryside, farther away from the big cities and towns, with 30 miles to larger cities. Houses cost at least 300k, and in cities like Gothenburg, they're upward of 500k. Well, 500k in the UK wouldn't get you. I mean, there's certain areas of the UK, but if that's expensive, that's cheap in the UK.
500k in London gets you a shoebox.
Yeah, down south, mate, it's so fucking expensive. Zombie is an expensive boutique pedal that has a fuzz tremolo filter, arpeggiator, and more. Completely bizarre sounds. Nice.
We like bizarre.
We do. And we're not talking about luxury houses. Oh, there we go.
Well, there we go. Right.
War Without Tribes. He says Pet totally one. The one I have was a rare model, only made for 3 years. Actually bought it to sell, then fell in love with it and couldn't part with it. Nice one. I can't beat a P90 guitar.
I do want one.
Yeah. Oh, I got a. Well, no, I don't even know if I want to sell it.
No, you don't.
I'm selling the Silver Sky though. Silver Sky's got.
Are you?
Yeah, Silver Sky's got to go.
Wow.
I like it. It's such a great guitar, but I can't justify keeping so many strats. He says, Pale, great taste studio. Actually got to do some kind of manageable UK get together. You're clearly loved and your following is spreading wider by the day. Such a great vibe from talented guys. Cheers.
We will do a Studio Rats live gig one soon.
I think the actual reach has got to probably build up more. So like when you do like a meetup, I think if I did a meetup in Guildford, for instance, there might be 2 people that would come. So it wouldn't be much.
And you and me, basically.
Yeah, it'd be us 2. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe there's a Studio Rats live gig in a pub, and then people can come along and see how it goes.
David says, I need a Jeff Beck biography. Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Interesting. Kenny Rabbit. Who's Kenny Rabbit? Kenny Jones. Exactly. That's the drummer. That's the drummer I was talking about. Yeah, I read his biography. It was quite a hard read as well. That's it. Paul Diano from Iron Maiden is a tough but interesting. Yeah, that would be an interesting read. The original Iron Maiden singer.
Yes.
I really liked his voice as well.
Oh, but he's not Iron Lungs Bruce Dickinson, is he?
He's not operatic. No, I get that, but I liked his voice.
I love Bruce Dickinson's voice.
Do you?
Oh, mate.
I'm not too sure.
Oh no, I wish I could.
Too much. But I mean, amazing voice. But Dave Ellefson and Mustaines are great books. Oh, that'd be interesting. You guys should read Richard Digby Smith's. He's the engineer who worked at Ireland on Zeppelin albums. Well, that'd be good.
Oh.
There's so many good books to read, aren't there?
Yes.
I've got a Kindle and I read every night, but Morrissey, that would be a good one. I've read both Morrissey and Marlbography, evident to see why that popular polar dynamic worked well in that band. Yeah.
Johnny Marr's one is very good. I read that recently. Yeah, that's very good.
Great.
I can't remember what it's called. Greg will be able to tell me because it was him who sent me on.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I like Johnny Marr. Get him on as a guest. He lives in Torquay. Who are we talking about here?
Don't know. I'm lost.
Digby there. Oh, there we go.
He's the biggest dog in the world.
My dog's called Diggers.
I know, and you still haven't seen that film, have you?
No, I still haven't seen it. Jonathan says, Paul, I'm getting that book. Zeppelin were legendary. Thanks for the heads up. There we go. Daniel says, Paul, have you sold the Crystal Master? Yes, I have sold the Crystal Master.
Oh, have you? I didn't know that.
Yeah, that went about a month ago now.
All right.
That was a good guitar. Paul says it's got loads of classic artists in it. Winwood, Stevie, and Muff, and tells him about tramping around as a kid to all these studios in London trying to get a job. Awesome. Steve Hackett has a Floyd Rose on a Les Paul, only seemed to use for nuances. Hardly ever uses it from what I've seen. So does who's Rush's guitar player? Alec Lyson. That's it. He's got a what they called it. His Les Paul.
Yeah.
Jeff says, been revisiting my old saved videos. Gary Moore with Scott Gorham live, Legend of Black Rose. Forgotten how amazing that was. Even through the TV, you can feel the energy. Nice one.
Anything with Gary Moore on.
Good.
Definitely.
Evening, Pez. How you doing? Floyd Rose questions. Steve Stevens, Steve Farris, and Mr. obviously, Vi, etc. uses this tastefully. I have a Luke 2 Music Man BFR. Nice. Hardly use the trem, I guess he's saying, but would agree the tone is great. Yeah. Yeah, nice one. I'd like a Luke, Music Man Luke. The neck is a little bit too narrow for me, but I do like it. Can't beat Steve Luke. I can't beat Steve Luke. So. Good night, gents and everyone. Good night, Ned. Pet says, I've noticed recently that whenever I'm auditioning a vocal melody, I'm always drawn to singing suspensions instead of chord tones. Do I need therapy? No, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
That shows that you're
musically.
Yeah, I think so. And it's good. Yeah, I think it's good that if you can hear other harmonies while you're singing, that's great. That shows talent and experience. Clive's in the house. Hi, guys. In sunny Vegas. Nice one, Clive. Very jealous. Don't lose all your money and bet your nice Les Pauls. I've read Stephen Adler's book and he got herpes from the pages. Diano to Dickinson. I'm guessing, Set the Boy Free?
That's the book. That's the.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I might read that. That'd be interesting. Jeff Rock. Yeah. Why did Paul Diano leave Iron Maiden? Do we know?
Don't know.
That'd be interesting. Anyway, I'll read the book. Don't tell me anyone. I'll read the book. I had the Keith Richards audio book. Couldn't get into it. The Clapton one was really good though. Yeah. Clapton one was really interesting. Paul Diano all the way. Dixon hurts my ears.
Yeah, you're just wrong. Sorry.
Pez recently got an Electro-Harmonix Melodyne 9 pedal. Amazing. Have you tried it? No, I haven't tried one of them. Supposed to be really good. Clive says, no chance exhibiting at the Kempton Park show. Come and see. Nice. The Clapton book is good. It is very good.
It's good. We got there in the end.
Yeah, we did. We did it.
We made it to the end. Well done, everyone, for sticking with us. Thank you for joining us, as ever. We'll be back next week for more of the same. Paul's coming over tomorrow to play with some of the new toys, the good, the bad, the indifferent. Yeah, let's put the 4x12 out in the studio and make some noise. And we'll put that in. We might do a video of its own right, as a studio update or something like that.
Yeah, I'll bring some headphones. I'll bring some earplugs.
Definitely.
That'll be worth doing. I might dig them out. And also, just I'm going to talk about this again because about the giveaway we're doing, because it'll be really nice to give it away to one of you lot as opposed to just some random who's supporting the channel just because we're doing this giveaway. So don't forget to enter.
We are going to. There is going to be a certain level of you have to give a good answer. It's not just going to be a.
Do you know what the question? Do you know what the question is? Or
we'll think about it tomorrow, but we'll work something out.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah, it's just it'd be nice. Yeah, because we're not getting anything out. This doesn't benefit us. This is.
Paul's going to have to buy one to put one back in his room.
Yeah, I love it.
Cool.
Yes. So thank you for setting that and give music.
Indeed. We will see you same bat time, same bat channel next week. But for now, my name's James Ivy.
I'm Paul Drew.
And we will see you again very soon. Take care, everyone. Have a good week.